Welcome, focused learners. If you've been paying even a little bit of attention to the professional landscape lately, you already know that AI is way past being just a buzzword, right? It is literally the new operating system of work. Today, we're unpacking a fascinating explainer, the AI Generalist Roadmap for 2026. This is a complete, 2-year, zero-code master plan that can absolutely transform your career trajectory. Okay, let's dive into this.
Here's a quick look at exactly what we'll be covering today. First, the 2026 AI reality. Second, your path to mastery. Third, foundations and context. Fourth, creation and automation agents. And finally, number 5, the vibe coding revolution.
All right, starting things off with Section 1, the 2026 AI reality, and how to survive this massive shift.
To really understand how to level up, we have to talk about what is actually at stake right now. Over 108,000 tech jobs were cut in just the first quarter of 2026 alone. The ground is shifting violently under our feet. Tasks that used to take entire teams of junior employees completely compressed. This number represents the immediate stakes if you're hoping to just, ride out your current career path without adapting.
But hey, with that kind of intense disruption comes a massive, massive upside, 56%. That is the actual salary premium for AI-literate professionals right now in 2026. Companies are out there aggressively hunting for AI operations leads, AI workflow architects. These are job titles that literally didn't even exist 3 years ago. The market is heavily rewarding the people who actually know how to wield these tools.
And if you're sitting there thinking this is just some niche trend, check this out. 92% of US developers are using AI tools every single day. Globally, AI is generating roughly 41% of all code. 41%. This isn't a passing phase, guys. This is a fundamental, totally unavoidable shift in how human knowledge work gets done.
To understand exactly where we are today, we have to look back at the massive consolidation from April 2026. In a single, crazy 8-day window, the industry got a triple drop. Anthropic shipped Claude Opus 4.7, OpenAI released GPT 5.5, the one they codenamed Spud, and DeepSeek dropped its open-weight V4, all in 8 days. What this means for us is pretty simple. The era of one best AI is officially over for good. We've got specialized lanes now, and an AI generalist superpower is knowing exactly which model to route a specific task to.
Which brings us to Section 2, your path to mastery, and the Level Up framework. Let's move to and see how this builds.
First things first, let's formally define what an AI generalist actually is. Basically, it's someone who sits right at the intersection of creativity, strategy, and technical fluency. They chain AI tools together across different domains to solve real problems, whether that's writing, video, or building apps, all without writing traditional code. Think of it like this. You don't need to know how a car engine works to be a great driver, right? You just need to know the roads. If you can describe a problem clearly, you can do this. You absolutely do not need a computer science degree anymore.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the actual progression timeline. Most people right now, they're stuck at the cook stage. They just copy-paste prompts they find on Twitter, and the second it stops working, they completely freeze. But with a couple months of deliberate practice, you level up to become a chef. You understand the underlying principles, and you can actually adapt when things break. But the ultimate goal here is the orchestrator stage. Over a 2-year journey, you learn to actually design complex AI systems where multiple agents act as your line cooks. Believe me, this is a career transformation worth every single hour of your focus.
Moving right along to Section 3, Foundations and Context. This covers levels 1 and 2 of the roadmap.
So at level 1, we really have to fix the vague in, vague out problem. We've all been there, right? You put some vague instructions into an AI and get completely generic garbage back. To fix this, you need the PRD method. Problem, role, deliverable. First, define exactly what problem you're solving. Then assign the AI a highly specific expert role, like you are a senior hiring manager who has just reviewed 500 resumes. And finally, clearly define the exact format of the deliverable you expect. Honestly, just doing this instantly elevates your output from amateur to professional.
Okay, moving up to level 2, this is where we introduce MCP, or the Model Context Protocol. Think of MCP as literally the universal USB-C cable for AI. It securely plugs any AI model directly into your actual real-world data, your Google Drive, your company's Slack, your Notion workspace, even your local files. This protocol saw over 97 million monthly SDK downloads by April 2026 for a reason. It is the absolute secret sauce that turns a generic, out-of-the-box chatbot into a hyper-personalized assistant that actually understands your business context, your clients, and your specific goals.
Next up, Section 4, Creation and Automation Agents. This brings us to Levels 3 and 4.
At Level 3, things start getting incredibly dynamic. You essentially become an entire one-person agency. Just look at this breakthrough multimodal stack from 2026. The Sora app is officially dead, but Kling 3.0 stepped right up and took the crown by launching native 4K video generation straight from simple text prompts. When you pair that with tools like Midjourney for stunning images and 11 Labs for flawless voice cloning, a single AI generalist can now orchestrate an entire professional production pipeline. We're talking strategy, copy, images, video, voiceover, and music, all natively synchronized by one person.
Level 4 is where we step into the realm of AI agents, and this brilliantly illustrates the massive difference between the past and the present. A traditional chatbot is passive, right? It just waits for your input, it exists in a single, isolated conversation, and it doesn't really have any tools. An AI agent, on the other hand, is proactive. It runs continuously in the background. It acts on triggers, uses actual tools like your email and calendar via MCP, and completes complex, multi-step tasks end-to-end while you're off focusing on other things. You literally stop doing the manual work and start overseeing the work. It is a total game changer.
Finally, Section 5, the Vibe Coding Revolution. Welcome to Level 5. Level 5 is the peak orchestrator level. This is all about building real, functional apps without touching a single line of code. To really anchor just how real this vibe coding trend has become, take a look at this mind-blowing number, $2 billion. That is the annual recurring revenue that the AI native code editor Cursor hit by early 2026. $2 billion. This isn't just a fun little toy. Building digital products is no longer gated by whether or not you can write computer syntax. It is entirely gated by your ability to solve problems and communicate a clear vision.
So how does it actually work? Well, so the crucial point is this rapid 6-step pipeline. First, you just write out a clear product description. Second, you paste it straight into bolt.new or Cursor. The AI instantly builds version 1. Third, you iterate visually. You literally just tell it, hey, make the header bigger, or add a dark mode. Fourth, you test it and have the AI fix any bugs. Fifth, you deploy it live to the web with one click via Vercel. And sixth, you connect Stripe to take payments. A completely non-technical person can now literally sit down and ship a fully functional, full-stack web application in a single afternoon. It's incredible.
So, the tools are all right here. The complete 2-year roadmap is laid out right in front of you, and the gap between the people who direct the AI and the people who are eventually replaced by it is widening every single day. So I want to leave you with this final provocative thought. When you look back at 2026, will you have stayed the cook, blindly copying recipes until they just stopped working? Or will you have put in the focus and the reps to become the orchestrator? The choice is entirely yours. Start your journey today.